Luis Suarez has been given a 10-game ban by the FA following his biting case with Branislav Ivanovic. And I am here today to make a few comments. I don't know if it'll amount to much, to be honest with you. I do have a couple of things that I'm going to read to you, many of which you guys have already read this kind of stuff. And then I'm just going to give a couple of my thoughts concerning the matter and give a kind of a Liverpool fan perspective of some of the comments that have been left on Liverpool's official website under these articles. Now, the first one is the FA has released the following statement that, quote, Luis Suarez has been suspended for a total of 10 matches after an independent regulatory commission today ruled on a charge of violent conduct. A three-person independent regulatory commission today upheld the FA's claim that a suspension of 3 matches was clearly insufficient, and the player will serve a further 7 first-team matches in the addition to the standard 3. The suspension begins with immediate effect. This follows an incident with Chelsea's Branislav Ivanovic in Sunday's fixture at Anfield, the 21st of April 2013. Liverpool forward had accepted the charge of violent conduct, but had denied the FA's claim that the standard 3-match sanction was insufficient for the offense. The incident was not seen by match officials and therefore been retrospectively viewed. Suarez has until 12 p.m. on Friday the 26th to appeal the additional suspension above the standard 3 matches. Now, with that being said, Liverpool only have, and I'm actually looking right now, Liverpool have 4 games left. Newcastle, Everton, Fulham, and QPR. All of those games should be fairly winnable games for Liverpool. The Everton one is at Anfield. But this is a big deal. He finishes out a 4-game ban, but that'll continue into the next 3 matches that he plays after that for Liverpool Football Club. That being said, I'm going to read one thing. Liverpool's statement on Luis Suarez ban. Liverpool Football Club today has commented on the decision to ban Luis Suarez. Suarez took swift action Sunday to make an unreserved apology for his behavior and accepted the charge of violent conduct from the FA. LFC Managing Director Ian Iyer said, quote, both the club and player are shocked and disappointed at the severity of today's independent regulatory commission decision. We await the written reasons tomorrow before making any further comment. Now, I'm going to give a few comments and a few other Liverpool fan comments. This makes no sense. This doesn't seem realistic. A 10-game ban. Okay? And I misspoke earlier and said it was 7. I meant the 7 additional. But for the FA is not only saying that biting, he bit Branislav Ivanovic. They're saying that that is a bigger offense than racial abuse, racism. How can that be so? Not only that, but the fact that with unclear evidence, Suarez was given an 8-game ban, and then John Terry, with clear, decisive video evidence, was clearly caught abusing Anton Ferdinand and is given a less significant ban. And then this comes up, and all of a sudden, because it's Luis Suarez, things are blown out of proportion. The media is making the biggest deal out of this, and Suarez is getting a 10-game ban. Some Liverpool fans' comments that I will read. Presumably and this is Red Actor on Liverpool FC's official website, presumably no leave to appeal. He says, I look forward to John Terry's next misdemeanor being punished on a similar upscale, and also to the next ban the FA hands out for an above and beyond item. It had better be more than 10. We might start to think there's some sort of bias at work. Simply scandalous. But of course, if he had done it, we'd not be in this situation. I agree with that. That's a very good comment. The fact that Suarez did this in the first place is absolutely ridiculous. He should never have been caught doing something like this. In fact, he should never had to have been even thinking about being caught doing something like this, because he never should have done it. Suarez, clearly, as good of a footballer as he may be, he just does not have control of his emotions on the pitch. And you know, the same thing can be said on someone, I play football too, there's someone on my team, he's one of our best players, but he just cannot get his emotions in check. Other players get on him about stuff, especially the opposing team. They give him a hard time, and last night he got sent off, okay? So keeping your cool and your calm on the pitch is so important, and Suarez is definitely a dramatic type player. The way that he goes down when he's fouled, he makes it look as if it's some kind of a soap opera, some kind of a TV program where it is professional acting, okay? Some other comments. So according to the FA, biting is worse than racism and leg breaking. And of course we can bring up Manchester United's player, and I believe, I didn't look any of this up, and I don't have a good knowledge on this, but was it Eric Cantona? No, it wasn't. I think it might have been. Who ended a player's career, okay? And he suffered absolutely no punishment. Now again, we have to realize the era in which this is done. This is 2013. Things have changed, okay? Not everything is the same that it once was. But there also has to be a look at the things that have been done, and there has to be an evaluation of what is the scale, okay? The offenses that are being done, there is no set thing. Basically, they're having a regulatory commission come in and discuss this, and they're the ones deciding, and it could be whatever, basically whatever they want, okay? There needs to be some kind of a scale for this kind of thing, and some kind of a set ban, because for all of a sudden for you to chalk on a 10-game ban, that's ridiculous. Some other Liverpool fans. Total disgrace. Tell me how a small bite that did not even break the skin deserves a bigger ban than leg-breaking tackles, stamps, headbutts, punches, some of which can end careers. A perfect example of how anti-Liverpool and how anti-Suarez the FA really is. You know, Suarez is a player that is hated by 19 other teams. Liverpool fans love him, but these other teams, they hate him. They hate him not only because of how good he is, but because of the things that he does. And Luis Suarez has gained his reputation here in England. But unfortunately, that does come into play. There is bias against Suarez, there is bias against Liverpool, because there is no such thing as an unbiased opinion. Okay? And unfortunately, for Liverpool and for Suarez, this has come up, and he's suffering the ultimate consequences. Now, the last thing I want to say is, should Liverpool sell Suarez? I don't think so. I think it's going to come into perspective of what do the owners think about this club. Are the owners willing to keep on a player that does this kind of thing, not on a regular basis, but every once in a while, and it kind of reflects on the club's reputation, or are they more worried about the success of the club, where the club is going, and keeping the players that are going to do the most for the club in the future? One last Liverpool fan says, if the club don't appeal, this will be a disgrace. We should have appealed before, but let him down. To let this down again would be a disaster. There is no way in caps, this punishment fit the crime, and we have to reject this. 10 games? Is anyone surprised? The Ferguson Association strikes again. The most I was expecting was 6 games. I hope Liverpool Football Club and Brendan Rodgers ban all sports writers from the next news conference. The media witch hunt is a disgrace. We can blame the media to a certain extent. The media has so overreacted and so overstated the fact. I saw this on American ESPN. That is how big this became, right? That is not something you're going to see when I turn on ESPN here. I expect to see Luis Suarez made the front page, I believe, of a CNN newspaper or of some sort of a newspaper. And this isn't even the sports. This is the general headline. What's going on here? What's your thoughts on the 10-game ban? Leave your comment down below. Leave a like as well. Subscribe to CLC Sports USA, and I would love you forever. But no, I'll see you guys next time. My name is Chris Check, and for all you Reds fans out there, remember that you'll never walk alone.